Hey there, Careblazers. Welcome back to the place where we talk about everything dementia. Dr. Natalie here, and in today's video, I'm answering a question from a Careblazer named Annette. Annette wrote me and asked me to do a video on the 7 stages of dementia and approximately how long somebody spends in every stage. If you are new to Careblazers TV, welcome. We would love to have you join the Careblazer family. Just hit that red subscribe button and be sure to leave me any questions or topics you'd like to see me cover in an upcoming video. There are different staging models for dementia. The 2 most popular are a 3-stage dementia model and a 7-stage dementia model. Now, before I get into the specifics of both of these stages, it's important for me to mention a couple of things. The first thing I want to encourage you to think of when we think about the stages is to think about dementia on a continuum with no cognitive impairment on one end and very severe cognitive impairment on the other. Try to think of these stages as fluid with the ability for some slight changes and variation rather than true stages with a clear beginning and a clear ending. In many cases, it can seem like your loved one is stuck in between stages, and that's okay too. The second thing I want you to keep in mind is that there is no set time for how long somebody spends in each stage of dementia. The progression is different for everybody. There's a lot of different types of dementia, and there's a lot of different factors that go into the progression of dementia. So even people with the same exact type of dementia could progress at different rates. Also, the last thing I want you to keep in mind before I get into the specifics of the dementia stages is that there is not one symptom that will tell you exactly what stage your loved one with dementia is in. I want you to take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Look at their symptoms, but also look at their functioning, look at their environment. We have to take a bigger look at how your loved one is doing versus just what symptom they're showing. So here's a quick example. If your loved one with dementia is no longer able to remember their neighbor's name, who they've known for decades, that doesn't exactly tell you whether they're in mild, moderate, or severe stages. You're going to have to look at several different symptoms your loved one is showing, the way that they're able to function in their daily life, and taking all that into consideration, you'll be able to have a better idea into what specific stage your loved one is in. Okay, let's talk first about the 3-stage model of dementia. This basically breaks down dementia into a mild, moderate, and severe stage. In the mild stage, people start to have some memory loss and some small changes in their personality. They may forget recent events or names of familiar people or things. They may also start to lose the ability to plan and organize. In this mild stage, it's possible for people really close to the person with dementia to not even realize there's true impairment happening. It's easy in this stage for close family members and friends to think that the person is just having a bad day or is under a lot of stress, and that's the reason that they're starting to have some difficulty. Sometimes it's easy for family members to just assume that the struggles they might be noticing are normal given their age. So some specific examples that someone might show in the mild stage include difficulty making a grocery list and then finding those items in a store. They might start to lose things more frequently, getting lost while driving. In some cases in this stage, it's very easy for people to cover up their problems or for family members, especially spouses, to cover up these problems. In some cases, no one even realizes these problems are occurring until they start to advance to the moderate stage, or when a family member or friend who isn't around as much comes around for a visit and starts to notice the big changes. Sometimes when we're too close to something, it's easier for us to miss the change that's happening in front of us. The next stage is the moderate stage of dementia. In this stage, people start to have more memory loss, some confusion, and more personality changes that start to become more obvious to the people around them. So some of the things you might notice in this stage include changes in sleep. They might start wandering. They might start having difficulty with their hygiene. They might not be able to make it to the toilet on time anymore or start to have some accidents, and possibly even some behaviors such as kicking, screaming, hitting, or accusing people of stealing or cheating. In the severe stage, this is probably the easiest stage for everybody to recognize. The person with dementia is essentially no longer able to do any of their daily tasks. In this stage, the person with dementia can't use toilet, they can't clean themselves or eat on their own. Oftentimes they can't walk, they're unable to talk, or maybe just mumble a couple of sounds or words. They may no longer even recognize their family members. Some may even stop eating and have difficulty swallowing. This is the last stage of dementia, and it eventually ends in death. So that's the simple 3-stage model of dementia. It's the model I prefer. It's the model that a lot of healthcare professionals tend to talk about when they're talking about dementia. This next 7-step model is more detailed. It has a lot more steps, and caregivers seem to like it because it gives them more detailed information. And for caregivers, they really like to know exactly what stage their loved one is in, because in some ways it might help the caregiver try to know how much time their loved one has left. So here are the 7 stages of dementia according to this model. Stage number 1 is no impairment, no memory loss. Stage number 2 is very mild cognitive decline. So here we'll see normal memory loss associated with aging. Stage 3 is mild cognitive decline, where friends and family members may begin to notice that the person's having some thinking problems. In stage 4, there's moderate cognitive decline, typically where the disease gets diagnosed, there's poor short-term memory, the person's starting to forget personal details, and having difficulty with simple math. In stage 5, which is moderately severe cognitive decline, the person with dementia begins to need help with daily activities, they start to have significant confusion, they may be disoriented, and they may no longer be able to live alone. In severe cognitive decline, there's worsened memory loss, difficulty recognizing family members, and even some major personality changes. In stage 7, there's very severe cognitive decline. It's the final stage. Communication is limited. The physical symptoms also start to decline. So to recap, think of dementia stages on a continuum rather than a very clear beginning and ending to each stage. Also, there is no clear, defined timeline that somebody with dementia spends in each stage before progressing to the next one. Some people progress much faster, some people progress much slower. People who are diagnosed with dementia could live 1 year or they could live 10 years. So obviously that progression is very different for different people. And finally, no one symptom, especially in the mild and moderate stages, can tell you exactly what stage your loved one with dementia is in. You need to look at their multiple symptoms, kind of all the symptoms that they're showing, to come up with a better idea of what stage you think they're in. Unfortunately, as with many things when it comes to dementia, there is no simple, clear, easy, defined definition or way of understanding. It's so different for everybody. The disease is really complicated, but I do hope that Annette and Careblazers, this video has been helpful to you in some way. Careblazers, let me know if you have any other questions or topics you want to see me talk about in a future video. If you have reached out to me or left a comment or emailed me or left a message on my Facebook page and I haven't done a video on your topic yet, or I haven't answered your question, please know that I am likely working on it or getting to it, and I will take no offense whatsoever if you ask me again or if you email me again or leave the comment again. I am working on trying to respond to everybody as quickly as I can, but I'm human and it's possible that it slipped through the cracks. So if you're worried that I didn't see your response, go ahead and shoot it over to me again. One of my goals for this year is to be more organized in the way that I receive and respond to communication. So I hope I'll get better for all you Careblazers out there. Until next week, bye.